Remarkable route. Watch him widen. Gain leverage. Swing by. See how he puts that right foot in the ground and gets.
This is a filthy route. He goes up, restacks him, and then puts his foot in the ground. And Ross.
If you're a receiver and can do that. It's another thing if you're a tight end and you're doing that.
It's one-on-one, and you got to run with his speed. He gets you into your turn and your back pedal, and you see at the top.
Going to their MOs. They're going to run all verticals down here. Coleman, Cooper gets an inside break.
Route. Look at that. Footwork. Restack. Keeps it flat.
This off the ball. Pace. Burst. Now you got his defensive back running vertically. Settle your head.
Make sure that every offensive player was to the other side of the field, forcing the one-on-one with Terrell versus Metcalf. And they're gone.
Just the zone coverage here. Bowers finding a crease in the end.
There he is for this defense. Joey Porter, whatever the toughest assignment, whatever the toughest ask, they're going to lay it on Joey Porter. And physical
receiver, and this is why, if you're going to try and get your hands on and play them man-to-man, I just don't think you can.
The old pro corner. This is textbook technique by Denzel Ward because he's in a position where he doesn't play the football, but all he does is reads the eye.
You have Najee Johnson out here again. Hasn't been in. Double move. Get the ball to Cowing, and he runs right by him.
That ball put on him a little bit more, but Wiggins just right on top.
Watch him launch off the football vertically, get that corner to flip his hips, and then come back to the football.
That little bit of trickery by the tight ends. And then on the other side, it simply was Pickens trying to get himself open against Sauce.
But watch the release here. His little stutter gets to the inside, little arm bar, then gets away from Williams. A nice passing lane for
himself, isolated, one-on-one, able to come underneath, fight through contact, and to your point, snap.
As you're going underneath, watch. Jalen Waddle goes inside. You're going to come around and make the deflection. If you don't...
He didn't have possession, the possession to go.
And building that relationship between those guys. I think Keon Coleman is a guy that's going to...
Recognizing this is the guy that we got to get involved. Drake London is our #1 wide receiver, running option route.
Seeing where the Titans think they have an advantage has been the tight end position right here. Okonkwo matched up one-on-one with Spector and just runs a really good route at the top.
We were watching them practices the other day. Little lob pass in the corner. The greatest weakness that I saw out of Justin Fields.
Well, Zion McCollum, he is locked up on him in man coverage, and it's just a really good route. He gives a little nod. McCollum's expecting the ball to be thrown out to the boundary.
Strong is playing inside the box. Kenny Moore, that's a tough release. Look at him navigate that and then be able.
This is who they want. I mean, they're looking for playmakers with the top two receivers down. He may get away with a little hole.
At their best, it really comes down to single high, one-on-one matchups with the cornerbacks.
Great job here, Brian Thomas. He's the speedster. He's just running right through the coverage. Nobody in the Patriots secondary can keep up with him.
Catch day against Chicago and has it going early.
Yeah, we knew Ingram was such a big part of this offense with Trevor Lawrence and the trust that he has in him.
Play back off it and then watch him break when the throw is made. Backpedal. Now there's the in break, so I'm coming in.
One-on-one in the slot, and with Raymond's release, he just trips and falls down. I mean, it's just as simple as that. Gets a nice little seal block and runs through contact.
Caterco, who has had some really good plays here defensively. Let's see the timing on this one as he comes in. Again, it's similar to like
speed, run by him and slam on the brakes and give Slay the flyby. See him push his elbow right there. And he's just got to get vertical, try and get outside, spinning in.
Against the Jaguars, here's number 2.
Christian Benford, this guy has been unbelievable in coverage this season. One-on-one against Nick Westbrook-Akine.
Just some good stuff here because you're not making your receiver work too hard once he catches the football. You know, it's out in front, got to reach up a little bit, but
17. You're exactly right, and this is the down and distance I want you to attack. It's when you sit on first down, you know most likely you're the tight end and running back in the pass game. This is where you have to really take advantage.
Spector's looking for his go-to guy. He gets him on the double move. The out-ups. And look at McLaurin. He sees his quarterback in trouble. Now he runs a scramble drill and finds open space. They get some separation. Line him off the line of scrimmage, 5 yards in the back.
Well, Quentin Lake, the safety, we talked to him this week, and he said there's 3 things we need to do. We need to stop the run.
Mike, did I bring that up to you yet?
First time I heard it.
Okay.
All right.
Tyler, this is just a show out here tonight.
Jalen Ward.
Little semi-pick, rub, whatever you want to call it. Make that corner bounce over the top. Oh, yeah. But I want to watch what Devontae Adams does here. This little route, it's an understanding, right? We've seen juggling going on out here tonight. Off the hands, off the helmet. Let's flip it out one more time, catch it again. And here we go, Pittsburgh. That's the old moon ball. Here we go. He's going to drop back, throw it as high and far as he can. And he has one of the better contested catches.
This is a ridiculous job of concentration. Toe tap along the sideline. Look at that. I mean, he has like
a lot of big contested catches over the years. And he's going to get James Pierre on his side most. Fonte had it. Catch and run.
This flat route that comes out towards him with the back, he's got to recognize that he got that responsibility, but it opens that hole then in that defense. Two
plays in mind. You got to run if they're playing a normal defense, but if they're just going to play one-on-one, Garrett Wilson, he's had a few misplays here tonight, but then you get a little flavor of what is possible, of why the
didn't come to practice the first couple of days, practiced Friday, in the lineup tonight, and makes a big catch.
You know what? Give him credit. You know, I can't tell you how many times I've sat in airports, gone through all the Beanie Babies, try and find one for your kids. I think he may have deflected that to create the missed opportunity.
Himself tonight, frankly.
And just look at the nickelback, Garrett Williams. He's sitting on these routes.
Out here that you've got better weapons on the field, so the defense has to disperse itself to cover all those. Look at the 2 guys.
Watch him outside release inside the corner, nod. Disley's up on that safety, and there's that soft spot again.
Yeah, they wanted a little bit more, of course, and Tampa Bay playing pretty soft, knowing the situation, just keep everything in front of you and don't give up. And he leads the league in yards after catch, and here's the reason. Now, you've got a good player that's on him in Marlon Humphrey. How they've been able to run the ball coming into this game, what Evans and what Godwin mean to them. But I think this guy right here.
And Otten showing how tough he is here tonight.
Well, he really is. Every time he's been running up the seam. And
7 yards on those 2 catches.
But this one is the force to me. They're double team him. That's essentially the same exact.
Be physical. You see him there. That's just a great defensive play by the rookie from Rutgers.
Well, Bateman, he wins right away. Antoine Winfield just lets him run right past him. And if it weren't for Braswell being there on Jackson.
Any man-to-man beaters out there, this is their guy. They're going to have to rely on Kittle, just the angle route.
You're going to see them at the top of the screen. What I like is that his eyes are on the quarterback, then he goes immediately to the man, doesn't bite on the double move, and then is playing the football. Darnell Mooney's been doing a great job for them, and what you like about Darnell Mooney is that everything about him is based on.
It's on the corner route. He actually gets the leverage he wants. That's what Patrick sees. But Worthy just falls down, and Lenore's right there to pick it up. Again, frustrating if you're Patrick. You expect at least a contested throw.
Via the pass.
But that timing's really picking up, isn't it, for Marcus Mariota, being able to hit his receivers, and that ball was in the right spot to the outside.
When Minshew comes out, he looks to his left to try and draw the underneath coverage, knowing he's got man. Got away with a little wrap around the waist there.
So he's going to his left, sees it, and then comes back to his right to present himself as a target.
Because 1, you can't press him. 2, he's already going in motion. And then 3, he leans on you inside. There's no
up the sideline. You're not really thinking your fullback's going to be a down-the-field player, but he gets lined up on Chanel, who...
This time they rotate the safety down into the middle of the field to try and be a robber. That leaves one-on-one on the outside if the ball was able to be laid.
This is what Spags did. He recognized the pressure. He got the pressure. And then you throw the ball.
And a terrific run by Johnson.
Well, Tyler Johnson's going to be on Jack Jones. It's just a drag route. Jones takes the angle to undercut it, thinking he could knock it. Great defensive play, but watch this window that Stafford tries squeezing it between. It's in zone. They're in man coverage with zone underneath. He tries stepping into it and forcing it. It fell incomplete. attempting to go one-on-one to Tucker down.
Offense, very similar to the one we saw with Noah Gray. It's a too high defense, just bends it in the middle of the field.
Goes up. I said one of the best athletes in the NFL. High points that football.
Third down coming up.
Well, giving Bowers a big cushion once again.
It's Drake London. He's going to go up against Kobe Bryant, the safety, and he's going to play from depth. As I mentioned, that's the Pete Carroll built his team, the culture, etc. And you're watching Josh Jobe here. Nice feet, nice hit.
They just have this switch release right there. Kelsey on the under, Gray down the Gray across the field, causes some communication here with Lenore. And then they get Hardman matched up on Warner, and it's just too much quickness.
And there's Ray McLeod. He's going up against Devin Witherspoon. They're playing a little soft zone, turns into a match zone. And there's Pitts lined up in this bunch. You had Devin Witherspoon going with Drake London, so you know it's man coverage. And Mike McDonald
threaded this ball, and I think Tillman had a chance to catch it.
No, it was deflected.
Just got
What
tipped.
a play by Von Bell.
Yes.
Did he get both feet in?
He did. And this was a byproduct of the touchdown.
This is a scramble rule type play. I mean, he's basically getting his jersey ripped off, but as the Tennessee Titans let him free, Josh Allen extends the play, gets him the ball.
Quarterbacks both do an excellent job with people in their face of being accurate and moving the chains on. What an athletic play right there.
They were able to get him in the draft out of USC in the third round.
Just a massive lift for this offense.
How good has T. Higgins been? I mean, he led them last week, 7 for 77 yards. He's up and both feet down. Boy, that's a great catch. And
I think definitely down, and I think they put the ball with progress at the around the 33-yard line as well.
Okay, Gene, it's going to.
This is what you do to attack zone. You just run a high-low. You see Owusu Koromoa at low, and then you just hit it right there in that deep window.
An 11-yard pickup on 3rd and 10.
What a throw, and this is what...
Argument between the two officials. Did Ward possibly come down with this?
No.
You see there, clearly hit the turf.
And this is a pick six if it's left inside. That's